Which choice most effectively uses data from the table to support the research team's conclusion? Studying tools unearthed at a cave site on the western coast of Italy, archaeologists Paola Villa and colleagues have determined that prehistoric Neanderthal groups fashioned them from shells of clams that they harvested from the sea floor while wading or diving, or that washed up on the beach. Clamshells become thin and eroded as they wash up on the beach, while those on the sea floor are smooth and sturdy, so the research team suspects that Neanderthals prized the tools made with sea floor shells. However, the team also concluded that those tools were more challenging to obtain, noting that blank. So the research team conclusion here is that the Neanderthals preferred clamshells that were closer to the sea floor, but because they were hard to obtain, they usually got more shells from the beach or closer to the surface. So option A says, at each depth below the surface in the cave, the difference in the numbers of tools of each type suggests that shells were easier to collect from the beach than to harvest from the sea floor. So this seems to be correct because this accurately reflects the research team's conclusion, and it reflects the data in the graph, which shows that the Neanderthals collected many shells from the beach compared to those on the sea floor. So A seems to be the correct answer. B. The highest numbers of tools were at a depth of 3 to 4 meters below the surface, which suggests that the Neanderthal population at the site was highest during the related period of time. This is incorrect because the research team hypothesis is about how the Neanderthals preferred getting clamshells from the sea floor, but they couldn't because it was more challenging to obtain. But the option B doesn't relate to this conclusion, so B is incorrect. C. At each depth below the surface in the cave, the difference in the numbers of tools of each type suggests that Neanderthals preferred to use clamshells from the beach because of their durability. This is incorrect because the text clearly states that the clamshells become thin and eroded as they wash up on the beach. So the clamshells on the beach were not durable, so the Neanderthals would not prefer to use these shells. So C is incorrect. B. The higher numbers of tools at depths of 5 to 6 meters below the surface in the cave than at depths of 4 to 5 meters below the surface suggests that the size of the clam populations change over time. This is incorrect because the research team conclusion doesn't relate to the size of clam populations over time. So D is incorrect, and the correct answer is A.